completed in the last class, chapter 16. What is the name of the chapter 16? Anyone of you?
The divine and the demonic natures.
Divine and the demonic nature. In this divine and demonic nature, what are the characteristics we have studied about the divine qualities? How many divine qualities are there actually?
24 qualities.
26 qualities.
26 qualities.
26 qualities. Any few of them?
Few of them.
What is the
Truthfulness.
most? Okay. By lips, you have to say your truthfulness.
Yes.
Next. By your hands.
Charity.
Charity.
Fearlessness.
Fearlessness.
Cultivation of knowledge.
Cultivation of knowledge.
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
Austerity.
Austerity.
Aversion to false
Okay.
finding.
Aversions to false finding. More are
Freedom
there.
from anger. Freedom from anger.
Freedom. Fearlessness or okay. Freedom from anger.
Tranquility.
Tranquility.
Cleanliness.
Cleanliness. Saucham.
Fortitude.
The main thing you are forgetting. Self-control. Dhamma. Without self-control, we can't do anything, no?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yes?
Yes, Mother.
Yeah, by lips, you have to say your truthfulness. By your hands, giving your charity. When you can do this too, when you have self-control. And there are many more, no?
Yes, Maha. Non-violence,
Yeah,
renunciation,
non-violence.
compassion to all living entities, freedom of courteousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, freedom from envy, freedom from the passion for honor.
So I told both the things. By eyes, what we can show? By lips, truth. By hands, charity. By eyes, what you can show?
By eyes.
Sympathy, compassion towards others. By voice, what you have just done now?
Truthfulness.
By voice,
Voice.
you have just finished.
Chanting.
Chanting prayers to the Lord by voice, we have to do this. And by heart?
By heart,
The love for the Godhead.
Prema.
Prema Bhakti. By face? If you are every time smiling, it will be pleasing to others, no? Yes or no? So the main is by lips you have to say every time the truth. By voice, every time whatever you speak, it must be in a form of a prayer to the Lord. And by eyes, we must be sympathetic towards the other living creatures. And by our hands, giving whatever is extra for us. That is the charity. And by our heart, every time we have to be in a form of devotional service to the Lord. By heart means we have to express our love towards the Godhead. By face, every time smiling. So these are the features from which you can be identified as a devotee. So we have to inculcate these 5 features. I told 6, I think so, 6 features. Okay, these are the branded items. We'll be getting different brands of different shirts and that, no? So a devotee, when you are going to be a devotee, these are the branded items what we have to know. By lips, every time saying truth. Whatever you speak, it must be in a form of prayer to the Lord. By heart, every time, thinking that I must become a devotee of the devotees of the Lord, or I must be a servant to the servants of the Lord. So the mode in which you're going to have, that's where Lord Jagannath is also called Bhavagrahi Janardana. He sees what is the intent in you and what is the bhava you're going to pray to the Lord. So that we have to inculcate, because as we are in a stepping stone of to become a devotee of the Lord, so these are the main items or the main things whenever you are. You maybe in whichever the circumstances, these main things you have to focus by seeing. By seeing to others, if they are in pain, we have to help them. We can't do anything. Just by saying sweet words, they can be relieved. So these are the good qualities. Never find faults in others. Every time we have to illuminate what they are having, what are the qualities they are having to maximize, so that the other person will be getting more and more the same qualities more, but not finding him faults. And so in this way, you know all the divine qualities. So divines are the apple of the eye. Okay, now coming to demonic qualities. What are the main demonic qualities we have studied in the last class?
Pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, ignorance.
Harshness and ignorance. Okay, in the mode of goodness, are the demons or asuras coming?
Mode of goodness, no, Mataji.
In which mode they will be every time, these
Mode of-
demonic people?
Mode of
Demonic
passion and mode of ignorance.
Mode of passion and mode of ignorance. Whereas the divine persons, the divine qualities person who are going to become a devotee, they will be in the mode of goodness or sattva. And they have to raise that platform towards Vishuddha Sattva because they wanted to achieve liberation, moksha. And whereas these demonic nature people, they'll be revolving in the circle of life and birth due to their mainly of their qualities, being lazy, being lethargic, and being also they don't want to elevate themselves. Wherever the way they are very comfortable, making their place very comfortable to stay, and they wanted to be there only. And the more by the mode of passion, they wanted to have different levels. Somebody is having a nice rich home, the other person also wants to have, so he'll be working like ass and like that, and he will be collecting lots and lots of money to build that villa. His lifetime may be over, but still he needs that desire to be fulfilled. So this is the demonic nature. But whereas the divine nature person, he is also having the same quality, he also wants a nice villa. But why he wants a nice villa? He wants to build a nice devotional, a nice room for the God, so that other people can come and they can have the darshan of the Lord. They can have little bit prasada, like they can have lot of chanting, so that the villa may be transferred into Vrindavan. So the mode and the desire is both the members want the same desire, the villa. But the bhava here is different. Demonic people, he wants for his sense gratification towards his family and towards his society. Whereas a bhakta, he also wants the same villa, but he wants the villa to empower the Lord or to have for the glorification of the Lord. And in the association of devotees, he want to perform some kirtan, some type of prasada, all this. So the mode in which, so Krishna actually sees the intent what we are doing. So how are these people? The main qualities of these people. Demonic persons, what is the Shastra? They will, who are the people they approve Shastra? Hare Krishna, any one of you?
Divine.
Divine people. And whereas the demonic, they doesn't go. They doesn't approve Shastras. So where they are going? Demonic people.
Demonic will hellish planets.
They'll be going towards hellish life. What are the three gates of hell?
Lust, anger, greed.
Lag. Lust, anger, and greed.
Greed.
Okay, these are the three gates of hell. How to come out of this? Yeah, last class I have discussed this. Anyone of you?
By following the rules and regulation of the scriptures.
Are following the rules and regulations. See, I am in a mode of ignorance, and how I will be following this mode, rules and regulations. I don't want to go for rules and regulations. I wanted to do myself. I'll whimsically act.
So
there is no
devotional.
prescription, because demons are such a persons that they don't agree Shastras only. So they'll be following that. They won't follow that. Demons means these qualities. The demons will be having these three qualities, because they will be always enjoying for the sense gratification. Means the lust, anger, and greed. Lust. I told. What is the meaning of lust?
Lust means opposite to sex.
Having interest in opposite sex. And what is the definition of anger and greed?
Okay.
When the lust is satisfied,
The lust is
it
satisfied.
turns into greed.
Greed.
When lust is unsatisfied, it turns into anger.
Anger.
So in this way, there are extremely these three gates of hell where everybody is going to have it. The soul will be in the degradation form. Why it will be in the degradation form? Because it can't give up its lust, anger, and it gives up this pure existence, because it can't realize that it is a soul. So if it can't realize that it is a soul, there is no use of Vedas or anything. No, it can't even rise to the spiritual platform. So now how we can help them? How we can help them? We can help them by injecting our actings. How to control our senses, and how to control these tendencies, rendering conditional impulses. Anger means it comes only as an impulse, whereas greed, it takes lots of steps. If one is satisfied, then again he wants one more thing. So that is greed. So these are why these demonic people are like this, because they doesn't follow anything. They don't follow all the injections which are there, and they use their own whimsical. At that time, when we are going to introduce them to some of the shastras or shastra vidhi means in shastra vidhi means we are inculcating them in varnashrama system. In varnashrama system, what will happen? Brahmanas at the top, then comes Kshatriyas, then comes Vaishyas, and then comes Shudras. Because in Kali Yuga, everybody is a Shudra. And the nature of ashrama is sannyas, brahmacharya ashrama, gruhastha, vanaprastha, and sannyasi. So when you are introduced to this varnashrama system, then these people will be gradually elevated towards the spiritualism. Means we have to apply the knowledge that is theoretically what we have studied, and to know what are the rules and regulations. In Varnashrama system also there are many rules, no? We have to follow each and every rule. And at that time in Varnashrama system, they may have a chance to serve the Lord. At that time, when they are acting whimsically also, and when they are doing something wrong also, what will happen? Some stage they will be following little bit of rules. At that time, they will be coming to this platform. So at that time, injections towards prescribed different religious are there, different caste are there. Accordingly, they will be elevated towards a spiritual elevation. And also we know that everything is there. So according to Shastra Vidhi, according to the Vedic knowledge, we know that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and we have to do our devotional service. And devotional service can be achieved very high perfectly by very easy methods. What are the easy methods how we can find this devotional service? Anyone of you?
Easy method.
How we can achieve this divine devotional service to a high perfection stage?
Chanting.
A, B, C, D, E.
Association.
Association of
Hmm.
some
Association of devotees, book distribution, chanting, deity worship, and etiquette. These five things, by following all these five things, we can receive in the devotional service the highest perfection. Because when we are in a devotional service, we'll be having a bona fide guru. By having the bona fide guru, all our doubts, which are the like demons, they will be clarified. So you'll be achieving this perfection stage of knowledge. Up till now, we have seen in this. And some of the defects of the human society. Why? Because we improper understanding of scriptures are there. Despite of hearing a lots and lots about this devotional service, but we are not attracted. Why? Because it is a manufacturing defect. What is the manufacturing defect? Due to our svabhava, we don't accept. So we are in the nature of demonic nature. So how one can be elevated? And why one has to be elevated? Because when one has to rise at least to the mode of goodness, so that we can have a proper understanding of the Supreme Lord. And when we have taken the shelter of the bona fide spiritual master, all our doubts are cleared by our spiritual master. So now we have seen the demonic and divine and demonic. Now in the 7th chapter, Krishna continues with the third type of people. We have seen only two types, follower of Vedas or who are not following Vedas. Now third category is there. What is this category? This category is they don't follow any type of Vedas. And they don't, the followers of Vedas is one type, non-followers is other type. But third category is such a time that whenever the time is coming, so whenever the important occasions such as Ganesh Chaturthi or some Chaturdis are coming, at that time, these people, no, they'll place a nice bandara of the Ganesh deity and they'll be collecting lots and lots of funds. And in front of the deity, they may do some little bit puja or anything without knowing actually what is the purpose, actually what is there in Vedas, but whimsically they will do. And whimsically, what they will do, they will all gather at that bandara having nice. What they'll say, there is nice prasadam. They will prepare lots and lots of prasadam and they say, this is prasadam, this is prasadam. But actually, Ganesha is the devotee of Lord Krishna. Whatever you are giving, he will eat. Actually, the devotee of the Lord will take the remnants of the Lord, no? So whatever you are giving him whimsically and whatever you are offering to others as prasadam, it is really taken by the Lord Ganesha in that Bandara area. Actually, he is a devotee. What he will take? He will take the remnants or he will take the Krishna prasadam. Because by offering anything to Lord Krishna, it becomes purified and sanctified. So that prasadam is taken by his devotees. As Ganesha is a foremost devotee, no? He's the stenographer of all the literatures. And when as this Vyasa Maharshi has given Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Mahabharatam, everything, he's a stenographer. He was writing everything in the literature, no? So he doesn't want all this type of different stuff. What he wants the remnants of from the Lord Krishna. Because he is a pure devotee of the Lord. He is a devotee of the Lord. He's not the pure devotee. He's a devotee of the Lord. He's a senior most devotee, you can explain. Because why I'm saying he is not the pure devotee? Because he is having some type, he has given some service by the Lord. To do that service, he can't stay 24/7 in the service of the Lord. So he has to do his duty, no? So in that way, he is not. He is a senior most devotee of the Lord. He is also a devotee. He. So this about Ganesha. And some people, no, in some bandaras, you have seen at Dasra, Navaratri, Utsav, no, they will prepare lots and lots of bandaras. They will keep the deity of Durga Devi there. And these people, no, they will be enjoying this Garba dance and different dance. Is it pleasing to Durga Devi? If you have, if you are having in this conscious of Krishna consciousness, if you see that it is all for their own satisfaction, it's not for the pleasing of the Lord. There may be one or two devotees who are very sincere to Durga Devi, but most of them for the sense gratification only. All the bandaras, different colorful dresses, playing this garba and everything. So these are the people, they don't know what is there in the Shastras, how it has to be followed in the Shastras. But for the auspicious days and anything, they will bring that Ganesha idol to the houses, and they will do for 1 week or 9 days. And afterwards, they'll send that Ganesha out of the house, and he will be immersed in the water so that he goes back to his own place. So these are the whimsically. According to Shastras, what is there? According to Shastras, what the devotees eat? The devotees eat the remnants of the Lord Krishna. So we have to know. This is the third category, what we are going to learn today. Anyone of you read it from first sloka to seventh sloka. Today we'll be discussing only that much.
Chapter 17, the divisions of faith. Text 1. Arjuna inquired, O Krishna, what is the situation of those who do not follow the principles of scripture but worship according to their own imagination? Are they in goodness, in passion, or in ignorance? Text 2. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, according to the modes of nature occurred by the embodied soul, one faith can be of three kinds, in goodness, in passion, or in ignorance. Now hear about this. Text 3. O son of Bharata, according to one's existence under the various mode of nature, one evolves a particular kind of faith. The living being is said to be of particular faith according to the modes of he has acquired. Modes he has acquired. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji. So now we have seen that, no? Okay. I'll just share with you the PDFs. Yeah, everybody can see, no?
Yes, Mata.
3 divisions of material existence or the 3 divisions of faith. It's one and the same. Okay. Actually, here, what are the 3 divisions? I told you the first 2 divisions, that is divine, demonic, and the third quality is they'll be following only on the auspicious festivals and like that. Oh, okay. I think so. I have to increase totally. Here you can see, those who have faith in scriptures, they are having divine quality. So at that, when there is because if they are having faith, the main thing is the different faith. So these people, the divine people, or the persons who are who are going to become a devotee, or who are pure devotees, what they are having faith in Lord Krishna. Means when there is a faith in Krishna, and it is towards when they are in the mode of sattva guna, or the mode of goodness, they can escape the 3 gates of hell. That is the lack, lust, anger, and greed. So accordingly, after escaping that, they have to do the spiritual survey. How they can start? By accepting the bona fide spiritual master. After accepting him, we have to read the Vedas, or you have to read Greek. In our terms, we are reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mangalam, Chaitanya Bhagavat. So after reading this and after implicating little bit of austerity, what is the austerity we are doing? The austerity of chanting, fasting on Ekadasi's days, fasting on the disappearance of appearance of our parampara gurus. So that is the austerity. By doing that type of austerity, what the outcome? We'll be having sense control. That is Dhamma. And afterwards, we'll be having the spiritual knowledge. How we can get spiritual knowledge? What Krishna said? Tatshunu, by hearing about the glories of the Lord, by hearing the Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leelas of the Lord. We will be also, by hearing and contemplating and taking towards heart, will be having that faith in scriptures. Faith in scriptures, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. To have faith in Guru, we have to have faith in sadhus, and we have to have faith in Shastras. So, who are these people who are going to have faith in all the three? They are the Suras, means the demigods. And here coming to this, they don't have, because these people, these demonic people, they don't have any type of faith in scriptures. So here they don't have any type of faith, but also they don't have any type of perfection, any type of happiness, or any type of supreme destination, because their qualities, what are the four qualities, four regulative principles what Prabhupada has given? No illicit sex, no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, these four. So these four, if they are following, they are suras, or the demigods, or the devotees. Those who are not following, they are the demons by nature, that is by Swabhava. They don't follow any type of faith. Now Arjuna is asking, we know these two types. Now some people are there who are going to do some kind of worship. Why they will be doing different kinds of worship? Because they wanted their desires to be fulfilled very easily. So there will be, some people will be going towards these demigods, gods such as Lord Shiva, Shiva, Ganesha, Isha, Skanda, and different demigods according to their desire. So, but according to their desire, they will do a little bit of service for 10 to 15 days. And after their desire is fulfilled, they will move off. This devotional service won't be. And some people are there, they will do some kind of worship without knowing that it is prescribed in the Vedas, or it is described, or it disregards in the Vedas. But they will do. See in the figure, is this form is not prescribed in the Shastras, but they will be doing, because some people know in some of the villages now also. So they will pour the coal, red hot cold. It will be thrown in a red type of a carpet, just like a bed, and some people will be walking to fulfill their desires. If we walk on this our desire will be fulfilled. Such a whimsically they will be thinking, is it required? So they don't require, but they'll be doing whimsically. They'll say that this is our family tradition. They'll say, no, no, we are doing this from long ages. So this is our family tradition. We have to do it. So, but this is not there in the Shastras, but they are very incarnate. So this is called also as whimsically they'll be doing this type. And on auspicious activities, on auspicious days, they will be doing. So here, get this already I have said, no? So in the text one, what we'll be having, no? The faith. The important item where I'm going to compare both demons and demonic is on faith. If a person is faithful, if he is already in a stage to know the knowledge, and he's going to attain different perfection, then he's a divine person. And that is in the mode of goodness. If it is demonic, it will be in passion and ignorance. So intermediate person is also there here. What are the intermediates? Because they won't be. And some people are there, no, we'll be seeing the some pastors or some people, they will say that I am only the God. That is like an example of Kaliki. He will be saying that I'm the God. So Some people will be believing this type of persons also, no? We are having 4 paramparas. In that 4 paramparas, no, some deviations will be there. So these deviations, what will happen? They inculcate to the intermediate reactions. So these intermediate fellow, they act whimsically. They'll say family traditions are there, so we are acting. So actually, what is the principle? How it is there? So Arjuna is inquiring about this third quality of the persons. Any one of you just read the slide so that it will be very clear to it.
Okay. Text one, faith, Arjuna's inquiry, faithful. A person
No,
faithful to a
first
particular.
read the question, Prabhuji. What is the situation to those? That is the
Okay.
question.
Okay. What is the situation of those who do not follow the principles of scriptures but worship according to their own imagination? Are they in goodness, passion, or ignorance? Faithful. A person faithful to a particular type of worship becomes gradually elevated to a stage of knowledge, attains the highest perfectional stage of peace and prosperity. Demonic. One who does not follow the principles of scriptures is a demon, and one who follows is a demigod. Intermediate. Arjuna inquires about such categories. If one with faith follows some rules not mentioned in scriptural injunctions, what is his position? Are those who create some god by selecting a human being and placing their faith in him, worshipping in goodness, passion, or ignorance? Do such persons attain the perfectional stage of life? Do those who do not follow the rules of scriptures but have faith in something or worship gods, demigods, and men attain success in their effort?
See, now you got all the 4. Hmm? So these are the intermediate persons who doesn't follow anything. So what about their, how they are going to be placed? How, what will be their faith and what will be their destination? Any one of you? If they don't follow the scriptures, what will be the result of demons? Will be towards the lower species of the life or the animal species. Here, intermediate, they are following whimsically. So they are also characterized towards demonic. Their result will be also demonic. Have you got this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Mataji.
Next here, in the second thing, what he is describing, different modes. We know that the 3 different modes. Divine qualities, they are in the mode of goodness, whereas the demonic, they are in the mode of passion and ignorance. So now this third category came. Third category is the bifurcation of demon category, only for some instant experience. So it will be also called into both the passion and ignorance. Okay. Just go through the slide. Any one of you, if you read it.
Text 2. If one does not follow the Vedas, one will follow the natural instincts which will be in goodness, passion, or ignorance. Lord Krishna's answer: who are under the modes? Those who know the rules and regulations of scripture, but out of laziness or indolence give up following these rules are governed by the modes. Discussion in the purport. How do we occurred modes? Modes are occurred according to activities of the previous life. How do how to change the influence of the modes? With the help of the bona fide spiritual master, and if one abides by the rules of scriptures, consider things carefully with intelligence in association with a bona fide spiritual master. Blind faith in a particular mode of nature cannot help to elevate one to the perfectional stage.
See,
Correct.
here we have to know, Hare Krishna. Here we have to know that Krishna is asking those who know the rules and regulations of the scriptures. They know everything, but they are very lazy to follow that. So they are governed by the modes. So how do we acquire modes? It is by our natural. When you are placed in the mother womb only, when the seed is placed in the mother womb, at that time only you are having your swabhava. Yeah. How now? I'll give you the example. I have said you the Gajendra Moksha, no? Everybody know that, no? Gajendra Moksha. See, Gajendra is an elephant, and he has fought with a crocodile because he was having lot of strength. He was having 10,000 and elephants and lot of sons, and he was living in a Trikuta mountain. At that time, this elephant he went to a nearby lake to drink water, and in that water, until he was playing with all his kids. It's by throwing water on them with his trunk and everything. So it disturbed the ecology of the fishes living in water, because Gajendra is a huge personality in dull in nature. But when he stabbed all the fishes, no, the fishes, the crocodiles, everyone, they went off, and Gajendra was playing nicely. But what happened? No, there was a crocodile, because the crocodile it can come to the land also, but when it is in water, it is very powerful. So it got hold of this Gajendra, and there was a fight between Gajendra and this crocodile for 1,000 years. When the crocodile was caught and the Gajendra was in distress condition, he prayed to Lord Vishnu. How he can know that he prayed to Lord Vishnu? Because in his previous life, he was a king, and he was doing lots of austerity. When he was in a tapasya, when Agastya Muni came, as he was in the state of meditation, he didn't receive the guest properly. So Agastya Muni thought, you have not received the guest properly, as you are dull in nature, become just like a dull person. So dull creature is in the family of animals, it is the elephant. It will be every time in dull trail. So at that time, this Indradumya Maharaj also came this elephant. But he was remembering. He remembered at the time when he was fighting with a crocodile with lots of efforts and everything, when he was not in a position to fight. Somebody must be there to give me an helping hand so that I can fight this and I will go. So at that time he started his prayers. He remembered actually his prayers for Lord Vishnu, and he prayed. At that time Lord Vishnu came with his Garuda carrier, and he has cut the crocodile with his Vishnu chakra, and he was free. Gajendra when came out Gajendra also got this opportunity to go with the Lord. So he left. But here, the mode of nature, saying, and you have seen that, no, the crocodile. The crocodile in his last gem was the Gandharva Huhu. Huhu is a Gandharva. So what happened? No, once this Gandharva was playing in the water. At that time, the Devala Vrishi is a Vrishi. He was doing his Gayatri mantra standing, because they are the yogis. Yes, he was standing in that lake up to the neck filled water, and he was doing his Gayatri japa. So at that time, this Gandharva, no, he started tickling his feet. At that time, when this Rishi saw it, Rishi thought it may be a fish. So, and afterwards, when he saw that this Gandharva, so you became a water creature. He has given the curse. So this who became in the next line the crocodile. So at that time also it was catching this Devala Rishi, and now also it is catching Gajendra, the second life also. The Swabhava of catching has not gone. So the Swabhava is continued from the previous lives to this life. So this is the main point what I wanted to say. It's not the Gajendra Moksha. The qualities what we are having in the previous qualities, they are carried to this body also. So this activities, here the modes are acquired according to the activities of the life in the previous life. This point is clear for everybody. So where we got time of seeding only, at the time we get this body, your swabhava is already there from your previous impressions. So how we can change them? So we are having this modes. I know I'm having this type of quality, so I am a demon by nature. So how I can change? So this is
By
when you
following the
recognize what is your fault, then you can rectify the fault. Without recognizing, you can't rectify your fault. Yeah, somebody was speaking.
yeah,
Hare Krishna.
with the help of bona fide spiritual master and by the rules of scriptures.
Yeah, that is the answer what is given. But actually, because when we don't recognize our qualities only, after recognizing our qualities, what we will do? We have to repent. Then we have to rectify. I'm having these type of qualities. So after recognize these are qualities, but now see different swabhavas are there. So but now I want to change this. So normally in few of the things we can't change because our sinful prolongivity will be there. We know that it is wrong, but due to our circumstances, we'll be doing the same wrongs everything. That sinful potency will be there. But we are having very nice opportunity that we can come out of this influence of mode. How we can come out? That is as said by the by Prabhu, that is this taking the bona fide spiritual master and following what he is going to say according to his rules and then regulations. So, but the how we have to select the guru? We have to observe a person for 1 year, how he is responding with his circumstances, how he is dealing with his subordinates, how he is going to how he is dealing with the superiors at that time, and also we have to see that he is happy in doing that. At that time only we can take him as a bona fide spiritual master. After testing, a devotee can test the spiritual master for 1 year and he can come to the conclusion that he is the ideal spiritual master for me, so I can follow his footsteps. And the same way the guru also can test the disciple for 1 year, and afterwards he can take the disciple. At that time, according to his abilities, according to the abilities of the disciple, the guru will be giving the dictations and the directions how to follow it. So at that time, by associating with the guru, we may be lifted. So how we can change the influence of modes? By taking the spiritual master and by following the Shastra, Guru Sadhu Shastra. Because at this time, when you are going to take a guru, you are always abiding to the Shastras. Because Guru is always abided by Guru Shastra Sadhu Shastra. And now we know this. The faith is having three modes. What according to which kind of faith we are having. If we are having total faith in Krishna, we'll go for Krishna only. If we have small desires or big desires, we'll be going by that because it is the nature or the swabhava what we are having. So in that way, same accordingly, we'll be going to that. So what are these three modes? The three modes of faith in mode of goodness, faith in mode of passion, and faith in mode of ignorance. So in what faith we are? What is the originally our living entity? What is the original position of a living entity? How it is conditioned? How it has to go back? Because we are having what is the main fear in everything, every one of us? The fear of death is the bondage. The fear of death is the most fearful thing. If a cancer patient is there, if the doctor says that your time is limited, you can only stay up till 2 or 3 days, at that time what this cancer patient, the mood will be to spare the life, and to for this 3 days I can go and do seva in the temple, I can be there. No, he won't think in that way because we are demon by birth. What we'll be thinking, how I have to arrange my property, how my property, I have to give which property my to my kids, which property. This fellow will be benefited. He's having job. This fellow is not having job. So how I have to distribute the property, how I have to leave everything, all my assets, everything to everybody. But at the time when he is leaving, all these persons are coming. Nobody is going to come, still his mind will be thinking according to this bodily consciousness only. So how we have to pay back to the original position of a living entity? What is the original position of a living entity? That we are soul. So while returning, how the soul will be happy when it is going to return to it? We have to take these two parts into consideration. The real principle is that we have to have faith in the religious principles and faith in the how will be the faith will be coming? By the mode of goodness we'll be having. And our heart must not, it must be tainted with this. But because our heart is tainted with mode of passion and mode of ignorance, what will happen? When different kinds of religious, different kinds of dharmas are evolving. What is the actual dharma? That is, we have to serve to Lord Krishna only. But because we are having faith in different categories, so different categories persons will be there. If we are in the mode of Krishnas, we may be worshipping Lord Vishnu. If we are more in the passion, we may be worshipping Lord Shiva. If we are mode of ignorance, we may be worshipping different goddesses, different goddesses. So, how our faith will be the pure faith? How we because we are associating with the modes of nature, and we forget that what is the original potency, that we are the parts and parcels of Lord Krishna. Krishna. So, our what are the qualities Krishna is having? We are also having the same qualities, and we forget everything. So, how we can come back to this? How? When you are having a guaranteed path of Krishna consciousness, when you have a guaranteed path of Krishna consciousness by following different scriptures, by following a Guru Sadhu Shastra, and by following the regulative principles what the Guru has given, we will be in a perfect path of Krishna consciousness. That is, Krishna consciousness is the pure Krishna consciousness in which Lordship Vasudeva is revealed without any type of contamination in the hearts of all the devotees. So we have to have that path of perfection. So this is the thing what means at the time that why we have lost our condition, cause of condition soul, because we forget Lord Krishna. That is, we think that Krishna is just like an ordinary person. But when we know that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, that Shraddha, what we need, is awakened. Shraddha means the faith. How this Shraddha is awakened in the devotees will be seen. Any one of you go through the slide?
Faith categorized by one of the three modes. According to one's existence under various modes of nature, one evolves a particular kind of faith. The living being is said to be of a particular faith according to the modes of has occurred. Association according to the modes, according to a particular type of faith, one associates with certain persons. What is the original position of living entity? Fragmental part and parcel of Supreme Lord, and thus originally transcendental to the modes, Nirguna. What is the cause of conditional position? Forgetfulness of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus entangled by different modes, he generates his own position, resultant artificial fight and existence are only material. What is only path back to original position without fear? Although one may be contacted by same impression, originally he is nirguna or transcendental, one has to become cleansed of the material contamination that he has occurred in order to regain his relationship with the Supreme Lord. Guaranteed path of perfection, KC. What is KC, Mataji? If one does
Krishna
not take
consciousness.
Okay.
Krishna
If the,
consciousness, Casey.
okay.
There's
If
no
one does
place.
not take to the path, one surely comes under the modes. Hare Krishna.
See, different modes are there. So, how are the different modes? Faith in different modes. Faith in different modes means if it is in goodness, the person will be worshipping Lord Vishnu. If it is in the mode of passion, some people will be worshipping demons also for their early, because they want to enter the desire to be fulfilled very early. They'll be doing some type of sacrifices. You have seen in villages, no, on some of the auspicious days they will be sacrificing goat, they'll be sacrificing killing this chicken and other animals. So in that, they don't know why they are going to sacrifice this also. What will be the result also, they won't be knowing. But they are in the pravritti of demons. They want that desire to be satisfied. If that desire is satisfied, they will just sacrifice them. And they will even distribute to all others also. And if the person who is having the faith in ignorance, then he will be worshipping all type of bhutas and pretas. Who is the leader of Bhutas and Pretas? Anyone of you? Bhutadipati. Lord Shiva. Where Lord Shiva stays? He stays in crimination grounds, no? Because his bodily features, everything also, he'll be having ashes on his body, his hair is untied. Why he's in that stage? Because when Lord Shiva is in that, he'll be wearing that deer skin and other things, no? He's wearing this Trishula. Why he's sitting in that criminal? Because these people, they are very degraded. The person who is having human body, they are, when they have done their suicide or something, they turns into this ghosts, no? Bhutas and pretas. It does. Because their body, they don't find an other body. There won't be, because this body is given to you for to fulfill your desires and to go back to Godhead. But in the suicide, no, this suicide, what they are going to do, because they can't abstain that stress due to the circumstances, they are immediately itly giving up their bodies. So there, God wants to punish them. How? Because without giving them the body, it types of it just like a punishment that he must not do that same mistake again and again. So they don't have it, because they will be in the soul. They'll be just like bhutas, because they'll be having different types of bodies. It's not the human body. So they may be having different bodies, but that body, it cannot have this sense gratification or anything that God is to. So when Lord Shiva is staying in that crematorial, these bhutas and pretas are also staying in that crematorial grounds, because they don't have this body, so they can't do any activity. So at that time, what will happen? No, no. Why Shiva is such a compassionate person. So these degraded also, if he looks the same as they are, they will come to him. No, they will come to him. If a policeman is there, the ordinary person can't go to the policeman. If the policeman, the constables, everybody, they will go freely. The same way here also, Lord Shiva will be in that stage. He'll be having lots of ashes around his body. His hair is unturned, just like this bhutas and pitas. So they will be freely having association with Lord Shiva. If they are having an association with a Lord Vaishnava, Lord Shiva, he is a Vaishnava. Vaishnavanam yada Shambho. He is such a compassionate person. No, he will give this different souls. He'll be very. He want them to be also to come up to this level. So he'll be there. He will be awarding them different bodies also. So he's a very compassionate soul. So for him, see, anybody who is very degraded, no, they don't even look for them. If it may be the Brahmanas or Vaishnavas, they may do up to little bit extent. Minimum faith is there. But these demons and pretas, they are having zero. They doesn't have any type of faith. Still, by the association of Lord Shiva, they get little bit faith in other things. So these bhutas, pretas, the persons who will be in ignorance, they will be doing in pujas for tantric pujas, they will be saying. Tantric pujas to get different powers. So some people will be there, they will be capturing the ghost. No, I captured this ghost, that ghost. They'll be saying, no. Normally, these are the people who are in total ignorance. Totally, because the faith, what will be, because different kinds of modes, according to the, what is the main comparison I'm saying? According to the faith. According to the faith, if they are divine, they'll be worshipping Vishnus. If they are in mode of passion and mode of ignorance, they may worship Lord Shiva, Brahma, Amma, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu differently. And if they are in ignorance, they will be worshipping this ghost, spirits, and other people. So, this is described in the test 4. So, how will this Shraddha come? Shraddha comes only in the mode of goodness. When you are having strong faith, at that time only you will be doing devotional service. So, how we can create it? What is Shraddha and how is this faith implemented? Different kinds of faith. I have given you in different modes of faith, in different modes. If it is in ignorance and everything. But actually, the Shraddha, we have to come towards Vishuddha Shraddha. We have to cross all these different mode of ignorance, mode of passion, and mode of goodness, and we have to come to the mode of good. We have to cross this mode of goodness, and we have to come to the mode of Vishuddha Sattva, or what, pure Krishna consciousness. This is a stage of pure Krishna consciousness when we can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead without crossing all the desires and different modes of nature. We can't come to the stage of this pure Krishna consciousness. So, how we can come to that? By having faith in Guru and Shastras, by doing, because Shraddha is such that it is a firm faith. By doing loving devotional service to the Lord, by offering different types of flower, leaf, patram, pashpam, puram, toyam, water, one automatically will be substituted. And such faith, with having lot that faith, we can do our devotional service. Any one of you go through this, how our
Discussion on faith.
Shraddha is going to do. Yes, go
Discussion
ahead,
on
Prabhu.
faith. Of course. What is the Shraddha? Faith. Originally comes of modes of goodness. Chant faith is a product of material goodness. One's faith may be in a demigod, some created god, or some mental connotation. No words are completely purified in material conditional life. Pure goodness, only in this state one can understand Supreme Personality of Godhead. Basis of different religious principles, when goodness is contaminated and heart is tainted according to different modes, results in different types of worships and principles. Real principles of religious faith is situated in the mode of pure goodness. Different types of faith leads to different types of worship. Them for the next verse. Theme. Okay, Shraddha, Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya instructs Sanatana Goswami. CC Madhya 22.62. Shraddha Sabde
Shraddha Shabde,
Viswasa Kage Shraddha
Nishaya,
Nishaya Krishne
Krishna
Bhakti.
Bhakti Kale, Sarva Kama Krita Krita Haya. Sarva Kama
Shraddha is
Krita
confident,
Haya.
firm faith that by rendering transcendental loving service to Krishna, one automatically performs all subsidiary activities. Such faith is favorable to the discharge of devotional service. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. See here in the photograph, you can see the Sanatan Goswami, no? What he is putting? He has put that grass blade in his mouth, and he is offering his obeisance to Lord Chaitanya. Because Lord Chaitanya is none other than Lord Krishna himself. So he's having that type of Shraddha we have to be built up. Means the pure Krishna consciousness. So we as a devotees we are hearing this Bhagavad Gita. So we are in the mode of goodness for this temporary. After this class is over, we may be in this mode of goodness. Later, we may be going towards different modes. But now we are in the mode of goodness, so we are hearing this Bhagavad Gita. So now we have to be, because when we are hearing this Bhagavad Gita, we are in good in mode of goodness, and due to our qualities and our swabhavas, we must be trying to do purely the total full day must be in pure good mode of goodness. At that time, how we have to inculcate different qualities. How we can inculcate this Shraddha? Because when you have faith in Guru and Shastra, automatically the Shraddha comes. How this Shraddha have different steps, we'll see in this next slide. See, these are the different worships according to the modes. If it is goodness, it is to perfectly Brahma, Shiva, Chandra. And if it is in demons, worshipping according to the faith. What is faith? That is the Shraddha that we are getting from the seed at that time of the birth. Because from one life to other, we are carrying that. And according to that, when you are in goodness, you will be following this Brahma, Shiva. And passion, some people will be also worshipping this Hitler or something. These are the demonic people. Ignorance, they will be worshipping ghosts and spirits for different desires. And here, different kinds of worshipping mentioned accordingly in Martya Puran. If it is in the mode of goodness, we will be every time worshipping Lord Vishnu. If it is passion, Brahma. Ignorance, Lord Shiva. And different modes accordingly. If it is goodness, some people may be worshipping also the demigods, demons, and the ghosts and spirits, what I have given. So, for example, if you take in a family of animals, for example, you can take cow as an example for goodness, lion for passion, and ignorance, jackals and monkeys. So, these are only for us to know it. So, here this Panchopasana. Panchopasana means here at this time Shankaracharya was an impersonalist. He was believing this Brahman philosophy. At that time, why this Shankaracharya has given this Panchopasaka means that because before that Buddha was there. Buddha said that Ahimso Paramadharma. In Ahimsa Paramadharma, Dharma means you must not kill any type of living, because at that time this meat eating was very high. All the creatures, small creatures, they had a lot of setback. So at that time, Buddha has opposed the Vedas. So according to Veda, that's what they have to kill this goat and kitchen, so that they'll be having their higher elevation. So, at that time, this killing was being exceeded to more than 90%. So, at that time, Lord came as Buddha and Lord stopped the non-violence. And non-violence by saying that Ahimsa Paramadharma, you must not kill even any living entity. So, at that time, this came. And after this, after Buddha left, next came Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya, he needs to revive the Vedas. He is also the form of Lord Shiva. He's an Amsha of Lord Shiva. He came as Shankaracharya, and he has given even this Panchopashaka. Panchopashaka means the 5 demigods. Shakti, that is the Devi, Sun God, Ganapati, the Seva and Vaishnava, means Shiva, Vishnu. So these Shakti Avatara means according to this Agamas, different. These Pancha, these are the 5, no? So these 5 are kept in the temple, and they are going to do different types of worship according to Shastras. At that time, this was this because to retrieve the Vedas. At that time also, because they were having that, actually Adi Shankaracharya was an impersonalist. Impersonalist means the God is not having any form. He is only after this Brahman confirmation. Brahman means the effluence of the Lord. So, Nirakara Brahman means God is not having a form. He is only the Jyotir Rupa, or he is only the form of a life. Only the life of life. At that time, this came into existence. By this impersonalist, this Panchopashaka, these 5 members, they were doing. For example, Mayavadis, and they will be doing this type of activities. These are the Panchopashaka. According to different faiths, no? This is the faith in the mode of passion they will be doing. And now, according to our bhakti, what will be our gradually, how we are going to elevate to our pure Krishna consciousness. That was given by Bhaktivinoda Thakura. See, the same 5 principles, what Adi Shankaracharya has given at that time, the same thing now he is giving. But how we have to worship, that comes. Any one of you, just read it. Just go through the slide.
Srila Bhakti Vinoda Thakura's explanation of Pankopasana.
Panchopasana.
Gradual progression, elevation in worship or consciousness, transcendental Vaishnavism.
Go from down, Prabhu.
Okay.
Go from down.
Saktas, worshipper of the Shakti or energy, nature worshippers in nature, they see so many powerful things, hence worship nature. Example, scientist, worshipper of Durga. Surya's worshipper of sun, they realize that nature is powerful, but the source of all energy is sun. Ganapatiya's worshipper of Ganapati, worship of supreme in form of animal, zoomertism, energetic being or controller. Saiva's
How is
worshipper of
Ganapati? 1 minute. How is Ganapati? The face is of an animal and the body is of a human. So here, animal zoomorphism. So they think that Ganapati is the supreme form. Next, Shaivas.
Saiva's worshipper of Lord Shiva, energetic being as destroyer, impersonal from. Worshipper of Vaishnavas, worshipper of Lord Vishnu, human-like being controlling the existence, would be material or spiritual. The transcendental Vaishnavism, worshipper of Lord Krishna, transcendental Vaishnavism is the highest pure spirit soul serves pure personal absolute with spiritual love, works for welfare all of all. Worshipper
See,
of Lord Vishnu, human-like being controlling the existence, would be material or spiritual. Hare Krishna.
see, here we have seen that Panchopashana means Shakti, Surya, Ganapati, Shiva, and Vishnu. These 5 are called the 5 Pancha. Pancha means 5. 5 Shakti. Without Shakti, there is no Shaktiman. So Devi is there. Then comes Surya Bhagwan. Without sun, this creation is not existing. So sun came. Then Ganapati. Ganapati means animal. Animal. Because animal form and human form. So animal zoo permission. They say that he is the energy being controlled. He is the controller. And Saivas, what the Saivas says, they are the worshippers of Lord Shiva. And they say that energy beginning and destroying everything is impersonal. What does Vaishnava says? Here the main point what we have to focus is not this 4, but transcendental Vaishnavism. What is Vaishnava? Who is the worshipper of Lord Vishnu? How? Because Vishnu is the maintainer. He is the supreme controller. He is everything. So it may be the controller in the material world or it may be in the spiritual world. The controller is the Supreme Lord Krishna. So here Vaishnavism will come unto words. So it works for your pure soul, because when your soul is going to serve your super soul, then that is Lord Vishnu. Because you are the parts and parcels of Lord Krishna, so you are going to serve him. So this Panchopasha, there, how it is explained in here, how it is. There only they have said that Sakyas means worshipper of Durga. Suryas means worshipper of sun. Ganapati means Ganapati. Shaiva means Shaiva. But here, each and everything, according to the quality of work, it is divided here. So that is the difference what Adi Shankaracharya gave at that time, and now what Bhaktivedanta Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving. Okay. This is what now, this is the actual faith, how we have to understand. And now we can describe the characteristics of demons, how these demons will be, because this is the third category we are saying, no, this is one of the inflates of demons. Any one of you go ahead.
The divisions of faith, text 5 to 6, describes characteristics of demons. 17.2 to 4 describe those who have given up Shastra out of laziness or because the required worship was troublesome, yet faithfully worship the demigods. 17.5 to 6 describes not those who have whimsically given up following Shastra, but those who are against Vedic practices. First, number one, undergoes severe austerities and penances not recommended in scriptures. 2. Performs them out of pride and egoism. Number 3. Impelled by lust and attachment. Number 4. They are foolish and they torture the material elements of the body as well as the super soul dwelling within. Such actions are insult to Supreme Personality of Godhead because acted out of disobedience to the scriptures. Hare Krishna.
See, here we have seen that the persons who are very lazy, they don't follow, they give up the Shastras. Huh? So they don't have any type of faith. So where will their faith go? It doesn't go to the Supreme Lord, it goes to the indirect worship, that is the demigods. And here the persons who doesn't even follow any type of Shastras, but they do some sacrifices, no? Sacrifices, some austerities. It is that are not described in Shastras also they will do as per their family traditions. Why they are going to do? To put out the show that they are pride and they are going to do it with egoism. And why they are doing this? Because they are having attachment to it. How is the attachment? Due to the lust. And how are they? These people are fooled because the God, Supreme God never says that. See the picture. Supreme God says that to torture like this for the self. He is very happy seeing in the soul is having lot of suffering. The Supreme Lord will be very happy. He doesn't want that. No, he doesn't want all this type. But these fools, these fool people, because they want to show their pride and lust and their as per their attachments, they want lot of desires from the indirect ways of demigods and other ones to please them. These people are doing all this. But this is not required because it is not there in Shastras. But there, because and as it is not there in Shastras, it becomes an insult for, because to see the soul that is having lot of pain also, because Lord Supreme is very merciful and he's very compassionate. He can't see that soul is having lot of trouble in this way. So it becomes an insult for the Supreme Lord also, because they are disobedient in nature. They are disobedient in nature. They follow everything according to their own whimsical thought. This again follows. See, how will be their mentality? Because these persons, no, because they are not following the Shastras, their mentality will be how they'll be doing the repeatedly. They'll be in the the cycle of repeated birth and death. And they don't have anyone to guide it. And they don't have that willing to accept any type of scriptures. Means they'll be every time neglecting it. And some people will be there, no, I'll fast for 12 days or 13 days. So that normally in Dasra Navaratri, it will be starting, it is for 9 days. So some of the ladies know they'll fast for 9 days so to please the Durga Devi, and they'll be offering lots of sacrifices and lots of different varieties of food to Durga Devi. But Durga Devi is a pure devotee of the Lord. So what she'll be eating? She'll be eating the remnants of the Lord. Whatever you are going to offer, she doesn't want to eat it because it's not offered. It has to be offered to the proper personality because everything is owned by the owner. So if you are not going to say this I'm going to take it from you and I'm going to eat, you are a thief in that. The same way the devotees or the demigods, they are the devotees of the Lord. So when they will be pleased, when you are going to give them Krishna Prasadam, these demigods will be praised. But here what happened? They are offering everything to this demigods only. So these demigods, they won't be pleased. But to some extent, they may show their mercy. But total 100%, where we'll get the mercy? By the Lord Krishna only. Because He is the Supreme Father, He is the seed giving Father, He is the maintainer, He is the controller, everything is He is one. So when we go towards Him, He will be very happy. So He will be solving all your problems. And He also confirms in Bhagavad Gita, whatever there is lacking, I'll provide. Whatever you need, I'll provide. So everything is provided by Lord Himself. So some people will be fasting for spiritual advertisement, advancement or something, but it is only a way of show put up. But it is not actually according to the Vedas. This we have to understand because this is the characteristic of a demon. According to faith quality. Any one of you just go through this.
Text 5 to 6, continuation. Describes characteristics of demons, manufacture modes of austerity and penance that are not mentioned in Shastras. Example, fasting for an ulterior purpose like promoting a political end or social purpose. Such a fasting is not good for any spiritual advancement. Significance of ascetic,
Chetasaha.
huh? Astasana.
Chetasaha.
Okay. Normal mentality is that one must obey the scriptures. Abnormal position, neglect and disobey the scriptures. Destiny, repeated demonic births. What is the rare fortune for such persons? To be guided by the spiritual master to the direct Vedic path and achieve the supreme goal.
Who is the outcome of demonic qualities? This is the answer. You have to take a supreme guru so that. And in the seventh, how we can identify different modes of faith. This mode of faith can be activated or can be identified by observing the activities. What are the activities? How we are going to eat, how we are going to sacrifice, how we are doing austerities, how we are doing charity. So only the intelligent people are there, they can discriminate these activities. But the fool, they can't discriminate. So they will be guided in their likes and unlikes. They'll be guided whimsically doing, but not by the Shastras. So this identification of modes according to eating, how it will be in the mode of goodness, how it will be in the mode of passion, how it will be in the mode of ignorance. We have to see this faith in different, these four qualities. If somebody is eating means how he is eating. If he is eating a sattvic food, he'll be having the sattvic environment. If he is going to eat pungent and the spicy food, he's in the mode of passion. If he is going to eat the food that is stored for the different 2-3 days food or anything, he is in the mode of ignorance. Because of his laziness, he don't want to cook. So whatever the food in the fridge, he'll just heat it and he'll eat. So he'll be in the mode of ignorance. Sattvic person, the food must be consumed. After cooking the food, it must be consumed within 3 hours. Then your body will be maintaining perfect alignment and you will be in sattvic. If it is going towards more than 3 to 10, 12 hours of time, you are in the mode of rajasic or passion. And if it is more than 24 to 48 hours, it is in the mode of ignorance. Then sacrifice, how it will be, how your austerity, how you have to do your charity according to your faith. We'll be discussing this in the coming slokas. Till now, is it clear? I'll just shove this here. Up till now, it is clear. Any doubts?